The Michigan Wolverines just got the guy that everyone wanted. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. Together with my buddy Aaron, we are the Big Ten guys. Tune in daily for news, insights, analysis, anything you could ever want Big Ten football. This is the channel for you. So don't miss out. Take just a quick second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more Michigan content coming. And guys, we are under 2 weeks until the first Michigan football game. It's time to get hyped. It's time to get locked in. Big Ten guys are keeping you up to date on everything, so don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button, and let's dive on to it. So Michigan, finally, after months and months and months, have gotten the commitment from one Savon Haidider, committed on Bryce Underwood's birthday. I mean, what a great present for Bryce Underwood. He was singing happy birthday to me on his Instagram, and everything is looking up for the Maize and Blue. This is huge news. According to the 247 composite sports rankings, this is the highest running back recruit Michigan has ever gotten. And gosh, Michigan's been pumping out 3- and 4-star recruits and turning them into NFL players and guys who are the best running backs in the country. So I can't even imagine what they're going to be able to do for the career of Savon Haidider. Some of the guys that he's been compared to include Omarion Hampton, Travion Henderson. I know we don't like him, but the dude was really talented. And Bijan Robinson. That is pretty impressive company to be getting compared to. And you know what? None of these guys ran behind a Michigan offensive line. So I think the sky is the limit for Savon Haidider, and the combination of him and Bryce Underwood is just going to be incredible for us to watch as Michigan fans. I am so hyped for it. And frankly, Michigan needed a little bit of good news, because elsewhere in Ann Arbor, we got the devastating news that Andrew Babalola likely suffered a season-ending knee injury. This is absolutely brutal for the Maize and Blue. He was a 5-star offensive tackle recruit. He might not have been the starter. A lot of people still think Link was going to be the starting left tackle, but it sounds like Babalola was really pushing him and was probably going to have playing time. And then I think more than anything, it just stinks, because it's like, this guy is going to be a star. I don't know, Michigan fans, if you remember Jake Long, you probably remember Taylor Lewan. Like, Michigan has pumped out some elite offensive tackles. I think this is going to be another one of them. So it just stinks to see that his growth is going to be a little bit stunted here by missing out on his freshman season. I think the team will be fine this year without him. I think we'll still have a good offensive line. It just stinks. It sounds like he's just a heck of an athlete and a heck of a person. So it stinks to see him missing out on his freshman year and a chance to get better. So best wishes to him. I haven't heard if he's going to need surgery or anything, but hopefully his recovery goes well and he can come out and be the star we all know he's going to be next year. Other news from this week, sounds like it's been pretty much officially proclaimed that Connor Stalions was not at the Central Michigan game to scout Michigan State's signals for Michigan. He was there to help Central out. Truthfully, that's really not news to me. I mean, you look at that game, I don't think Michigan really needed to scout them. Like, this was the best team in the country against a pretty pathetic Michigan State team. Michigan probably could have handed them their play sheet for the day and said, we're going to run these plays in these orders, in this order, and they still would have won by 40 points. I think Mike Sainristil still had more receiving yards for Michigan State than anyone on their team did. He had a 72-yard pick six in that game, and Michigan just ran them off the field. They didn't need Michigan State signs, so not a huge surprise to see that Connor Stalions was at that game to help Central. It's just a shame he couldn't have led Central to victory. That would have been fun. But anyways, it's good to have this punishment behind us. Hopefully I see Michigan has appealed and maybe they'll get the fine reduced or some of the recruiting penalties lessened. Who knows? But it's just good to be done with it. I think we all knew it wasn't going to be that serious of a punishment. Everyone knows Michigan was the best team in the country. They would have won regardless. There's no proof that anyone besides Stalions had knowledge of it, and just so sick of hearing from Ohio State fans and Michigan State fans like, oh, the hammer's coming. Like, no, it wasn't. There was no good proof of anything, but it's just good. Let's put it behind us. Let's forget about it, and let's focus on the regular season. Like I said earlier in the video, under 2 weeks until we get to see them kick off at night against New Mexico. Still haven't heard who the starter is. I think Monday the 25th, I believe Sharon Moore said he's going to announce who the starter is going to be. I think everybody is expecting Bryce Underwood. I think regardless, Bryce Underwood is going to play a decent amount in that game, but I would be stunned if he's not the starter. And then obviously at Oklahoma, you get one game to warm up before Michigan gets a really tough one, but I think this team's going to be a lot better this year. With Jordan Marshall and Justice Haynes at running back, the offensive line seems like it's going to be really good. Donovan McCulley, everything you've been hearing about him seems like he's going to be better at receiver than anyone Michigan had last year. And then, of course, Bryce Underwood should be, and even if it's Mikey Keene, like the quarterback position is going to be improved, and that's just going to help everything else. Like, teams were stacking the boxes last year because they knew Warren and Orji and Tuttle weren't going to be able to throw the ball down the field. But regardless of who Michigan has, they're going to be able to do that this year, and it's just going to unlock that running game and unlock this whole offense. And I think it's going to be a fun season. So, Michigan fans, I would love to hear from you. Give me your best Savon Haidider takes. Do you think he's going to be the first Heisman Michigan has had in many, many years? Do you give me some record predictions for this year? Which games do you think are going to be Michigan's toughest and could potentially trip them up? And then, drop me some comments. Just give me your takes. We always love to hear from you guys. And then just don't forget, on your way out, hit the subscribe button. We got a ton more Michigan content coming. We're so close to the start of college football season, and Big Ten guys are going to be keeping you up to date on everything. So don't miss out.